This show is proudly sponsored by Nedbank Business Banking. Wouldn't you rather have a bank that puts the expert back into expertise? Search Nedbank Bigger Picture Business Banking.
Billions in property damage and stock losses, thousands of jobs hanging in the balance. South Africa is still coming to terms with the full extent of the damage caused by the rampant riots and looting that took place in July. But what are the implications for businesses in these cases, beyond the obvious costs of rebuilding and recovery? What would or would not be covered by business insurance policies, as an example? And how can business owners protect themselves against these types of losses? I'm joined by Viviene Pearson, CEO of the South African Insurance Association. Viviene, has there been an increased sense of trepidation, apprehension, perhaps, amongst your members and clients, just given the unexpected occurrence of riots recently?
Yes, I think there were many events in the last 2 years almost now, which really impacted the insurance industry and everybody in South Africa, and then obviously in the world when we speak about COVID-19, and the riots and lootings as well. And although the private insurers do not offer cover for riots and looting, the business insurance cover would normally include SASRIA cover.
How does SASRIA fit into claims of this nature?
SASRIA was created especially to cover special risks of a political nature. Now, SASRIA is a state-owned entity, but it is a registered insurer in South Africa, a licensed non-life insurer. The insurers act as agents of SASRIA. So in other words, your SASRIA cover will be paid together with your normal insurance cover through whatever insurer you choose to use. For individual policies, personal policies, SASRIA cover is actually automatically included. In business cover, the business owner will decide whether they would include it or not. And my understanding is that almost 90% of the business owners would include the cover.
Give us a sense of what a standard business cover really indeed overlooks.
A standard business cover policies would cover the business owners against damage to property and assets. So, for example, your buildings will be covered, including the contents, depending on obviously what you include in your insurance cover as a business owner. And that would include vehicles and things like that. But that would give you protection against your normal perils like fire, weather-related events, accidents, theft, and so on. We have also seen, with events following COVID-19 in terms of business interruption cover, but a business interruption cover is very specific cover, and it is not going to assist in all incidents. We have also noted from some of the surveys being done after the riots and looting that about 40% of those businesses didn't have any cover at all.
It's interesting that you mentioned the difference between being covered for vandalism and looting, and also understanding that sometimes it doesn't include business interruption. That's a big conundrum with businesses at the moment now, because apart from waiting for your claims to be assessed, if you're not covered for business interruption, you're pretty much in a very uncomfortable place, aren't you?
Yes, that's correct. And remember that no insurance cover other than SASRIA cover includes any protection against riots and lootings and civil commotion. Now, SASRIA cover can include very limited business cover, should the policyholder then take it out. But yes, the business cover, it's a problem. And this is the reason why the insurance companies who act as agents of SASRIA are actually helping SASRIA quite a lot in terms of expediting these claims.
Have these riots made insurance a bit more expensive than it was a few years ago?
Yes, increasing risk is always going to impact the cost of insurance. And also, obviously, when these claims have happened, and there could be potentially an expectation of more of these kind of events, that will definitely have an impact on insurance.
Thank you, Viviene. Well, if anything, the recent looting showed how vulnerable businesses, big and small, are to unrest. Cover and assistance are unavoidable. For now, it will be instrumental in the decision to rebuild or close shop for good.
This show was proudly sponsored by Nedbank Business Banking. Wouldn't you rather have a bank that puts the partner back into partnership? Search Nedbank Bigger Picture Business Banking.